I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh?
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told no risk. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, please. I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Ready, be ready, be ready. All day. Slim.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 30 on second down, Ryan. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking in zone for Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it brings up 3rd down.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Ready. Back 25. 11. Go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
names for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. The Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Freeman. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 21.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Complete to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Ryan to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brian Burns, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Here's Ryan. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Huh? You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Falcons
Let's
take
go.
over
Let's do this.
first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
51.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Defense wins champion. 54, South. Right there. 54, right there, right there.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And an alley to run. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. On 1st down, Freeman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now he dumps this off over the middle. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. That's complete to Smith. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. He's going to look deep for more. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Watch the twitch. 58. Twitch. Let it go.
Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
To throw is Jackson. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Jackson to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
And it's 3rd down.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. 2nd half action underway. Fielded about a yard deep. A nice little juke. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Ready,
The Falcons take over first and 10.
Hey, Tuesday.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Ryan throws right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to the Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Tackle made there by Jonathan Cyprien.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he works his way.
But what we talked about with his coach prior to the game, he's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw is Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be...
To get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to sling this into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Hey, wait. Gun. Watch the whip. Get up.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Caught by Sanu. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, take time. Get out.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan gets it off to Freeman. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Hey, Zoo. 54.
Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. It's complete to Jones. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think, buddy?
And Freeman lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Jackson looking to throw on third. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here's Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
At the 32-yard line.
On second down, it's Freeman.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow. Throwing on second down. Ryan eluding the pressure right. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits more. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over first.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force